Look great, but what do you do about the dreaded gaping at the bus? Well, luckily for us, fashion journalist Rosemary McCabe has been looking into some fashion fixes.
Okay, Rosemary, I think a lot of our viewers out there, I know I've got loads of shirts in my wardrobe. I don't use them, even though I've got small boobs. You still get a gape, and it's not a good look.
No, gaping shirts are not good, and I think it happens in an awful lot of people, as you say, whether or not you have a big bust. But for those of us who are a little bit bustier, it's an even more serious problem. Because if you get a shirt in your normal size, so I'm a 14, I do not own a shirt that is a size 14. I could potentially own this one, which is a size 14. Yeah, this is good. So this is Marks & Spencer. It's €40. Nice white colour. But what Marks is now doing is this really clever no-peep technology, they're calling it. Technology is a bit of a stretch. But it's basically an extra little button where you put your pin. So do you know when you spend those hours grappling trying to get your little safety pin in?
And it always shows, doesn't it? Or falls out?
It absolutely always shows. Or it always pulls slightly. So this is good because you have the extra layer over the buttons, you've got the little no-peep, and then no matter how much I'm kind of stretching, you're not actually gaping.
Especially in business. If you're in the office, you don't want a gaping shirt. You want it to be straight down to business. You don't want the lads going, I'm uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable if you're seeing somebody's bra underneath. Now, you've got a load of solutions for us as well, don't you?
Yes, I have a load of fixes. These guys look a little bit bizarre, a little bit like little knickers.
Yes.
Little tiny knickers. So basically how these work is they loop over your bra straps and you can wear them under your shirt so it looks like you're wearing a camisole.
Next up, Hollywood's favourite wardrobe friend, double-sided sticky tape, which comes in a roll or pre-cut strips. So we're just going to peel it off here.
Imagine, this could be a disaster when it's like...
Oh, it is sticky. I'm feeling it now. It's very sticky. Oh, and it's see-through. Brilliant. Loving it already.
This is going to be one of those examples of, like, the fashion girls cannot get to grips with the tape.
Okay,
so we're going to
let's
put it along
pop
here.
It there. I'm not groping you. Don't arrest me. Okay, something like that.
Something like that.
You need little elf fingers for this one, I think.
I mean, probably you'd put it on before you put your shirt on.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So you'd layer it up, you put your shirt on, tie it up, and then we're going to tape it on the inside. And that's
good.
Pretty effective.
That is good and sticky, that one.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. If you're going for a more decorative approach, these blouse buttons can be used to effect. It's so lovely, you can actually have a series of them if you want it.
Yeah, exactly. If you had a shirt that kind of gapes, because I find, I mean, people talk about shirts gaping around your breast. I find sometimes they gape a little bit lower down as well, depending on what I've had for lunch.
It's usually apple shaped. It's usually around there for me. And if you want to avoid other wardrobe malfunctions, you'll find plenty of solutions on secretfashionfixes.ie.
Rosemary, I'm mesmerised by your cleavage. I feel like I could just conduct the interview like this now.
My breasts. I feel like if God had designed a piece where Rosemary's just going to get a camera to focus on her breasts for 3 minutes, that would have been it.
Next week, the bottom. But this is a problem that not just bigger busted ladies suffer with. I mean, we've talked about this on the show before, and it's really irritating when you do want to rock that classic white shirt look.
Yeah, especially if you want to go for a boyfriend shirt, or if you want to nick a shirt from your boyfriend, a shirt that isn't designed with breasts in mind. But I mean, whether they are designed or not, sometimes, a lot of the time, you do get that gape.
Okay, so talk us through this little thing here. This is what we saw in that footage.
Yeah, so this is a little kind of cami and lace solution. It pins onto your bra strap and goes under your shirt and then kind of tucks in under your bra. So it's just one of those really simple, you know what I mean, why didn't I think of this?
Because traditionally, I know I've got mates who are more well endowed than me, they would always have a little cami. But that's really annoying if you just don't have one in the right colour or whatever. You don't want to be wearing a cami.
Yeah, I mean, or kind of whether you do or not, there's a very kind of specific style now to those camis under shirts that kind of remind everyone of Jennifer Aniston in Friends. It's that very 1990s, like a little vest, a little shirt, and sometimes you just want your shirt to look very crisp and pristine and French.
I like that there's a little variety of colour though as well. Like, would you show a bit of nude? Is that like a faux pas to show a little bit of nude underneath the white shirt?
I mean, I don't really believe in fashion faux pas, so I wouldn't mind it. Some people won't do it, but they do come in a pack of 3, so you've got the nude, the white and the black. And I mean, the nude is great kind of as an in case of emergency option.
Yeah.
That you're going, you know what, I'm not going to show this off, but at least I know that if my shirt gapes open, if my tape doesn't work, if my pin comes undone, you know, you're not going to actually be seeing my breast.
Okay, what else have you brought in for us here?
Yeah, these are similar. So these are other kind of little stretchy lace cami options. These are the kind of thing that you'd get really confused about in the wash, I think, and you'd be like, which drawer do these go in? But these are basically to fit under your shirt, kind of, you know, across your boobs, as, again, a little cover-up, just to give you a little bit of extra coverage, that if your shirt does gape, you're not going to be seeing bra, you're going to be seeing lace.
And where did you get these? Secretfashionfixes.ie.
Yeah.
And the tape, I mean, like, it looked great there in the feature with Aisling, but will that type of shirt tape stand the test of time on a night out?
The tape was really good and it was really strong. And I mean, once it was really, really fiddly putting it on. So I would almost recommend putting it on when the shirt is off, if possible, and putting it over your head, or, you know, getting an extra hand and being quite careful, because, you know, we did need to play around with it a couple of times. But once it was on, I mean, I was doing a lot of, like, you know, extra stretching, and it wasn't going anywhere.
Thank you so much for that. What colour will your hair be next week now? We have pink in the VT, purple today, next week.
Maybe turquoise?
Love it. Cannot wait. Rosemary, thanks a million.